Hey, fifth graders and families. I am here to do an awards video for the students in my class, Miss Scarborough's class. Usually every year, the last day of school, we do some kind of silly, kind of serious, but fun end of the year awards. And obviously we can't do that this year because everything is different. But even with the crazy on the stuff that has been going on lately, we didn't want you guys to miss out on anything. It'll be different, but that's why we're doing our drive-through promotion on Monday night and doing videos like this so that you guys can still have a little bit of what would have been normal. Hopefully this will be about 10 minutes or less. I also wanted to do a video rather than just sending you your award on Monday night. This way you could watch this and see what your friends got. And yeah, so hope you enjoy these. They're printed on cardstock and they will be in your envelope with all the different goodies that I give you on Monday night at promotion. And again, that is from 4:30 to 6 and it's at Almsville in the 3-5 parking lot. And there's gonna be 4 lanes set up, kind of like if you've gone to the Monday packet turn in and pick up. It's gonna be super similar, except each lane is gonna be labeled for each 5th grade teacher. So the idea is you'll come into the parking lot and get in Scarborough's line, and hopefully, since families can come at any time, you won't have to wait for too long to get up to the front to talk to me and get your stuff and all of that. So I am hoping to see most of you on Monday. If you cannot be there, I will mail your envelope home to you. So with that, here we go. The first class award is for Best Personality, and this person is getting this for being outgoing and liked by others. The student is always cracking jokes. He is always willing to help others. When I thought of just who has a good personality, this is the student I think of. I really loved having him in my class this year, and his good personality is going to take him really far. So in our class, the person for Best Personality is Jacob. Next is for Best Manners. This is for always being polite and courteous to everyone. This student has never talked back, never said no, has a great attitude, is always following expectations, and is kind of a teacher's dream. So the award for Best Manners is going to Miss Sasha. Our next award is for Best Ideas, and this is for a student who is very creative and has innovative ways of thinking. The student always had questions for me, but it's because they were always thinking of extra things and above and beyond things, and always had really fun and sometimes silly but funny and fun suggestions for different things to do and try, and I really admired that about him. So our Best Ideas award is going to Trevor. Our Best Hair Girl. Like I said, some of the awards are a little bit more silly, but I love this one because I'm very into hair. This student is getting Best Hair for using hair products and accessories in a stylish manner. I know that's kind of a silly description, but this was our student that we never knew what she was going to walk into class with her hair like, and she's creative and she's unique, and I love that she always had different hair colors and styles and all kinds of things. So if you haven't guessed by now, our Best Hair student is going to Willow. The next is Best Artist. This person is getting this for outstanding ability to draw and create. This student is very creative, always drawing and doodling and coloring, even when I had to remind them not to be when it wasn't the right time. But this person has some mad skills with art, and I know she's only going to get better and better with those. Our Best Artist award is going to Allison. Next is most generous. This student is getting this for always sharing and giving to others. This is a student who is super fast to jumping up and responding if I need help, if a classmate needs help, with little things like someone just drops something, he'll run and pick it up for them, to big things when I need some big jobs done. So he's always thinking about others and sharing and helping. So our most generous is for Hunter. Our best smile award, this is one of my favorites, and you might be a little bit embarrassed by this, but this student just, every time I would see him, I just smile, 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 and I just always want to hug him. And he is really good at making people around him smile and laugh. He's always got his goofy personality turned on. And the description for best smile is for having a wonderful smile that brightens everyone's day, and he certainly always did that for me. I'm gonna miss walking into the classroom and not seeing him. Our best smile goes to Mr. Bryson. Next is most motivated, for nonstop dedication and hard work to get the job done. I really like this award, most motivated, because I also kind of link it with most improved. This student made huge growth with having a growth mindset and being more dedicated to her hard work to do well on her work, get it done in a good amount of time, and get high scores on it. And I just really saw her motivation like fly up through the air, which was super exciting. So our most motivated is Jasmine. Our most helpful award is for always assisting with everyone's needs without being asked. And some of the awards might seem kind of similar, but I had very specific reasons I gave each one to whoever got them. And so most helpful is also going to a student that was quick to jump and help, but not just with little things like holding the door or picking things up for people or taking the recycle out. More though, if she could see when friends were upset and they might need someone to sit with them, or when someone was really stuck on some math and she could sit down and help them. She was always willing to help, and I just love that about her. Our most helpful award is for Mikkel. And I'm not going to be emotional in this video, but talking about each one of you and reading all of your names is making me a little bit emotional. We'll save that for Monday night though. All right, next is our most dependable. And this is for always being responsible and ones that others can count on. And when it says someone that others can count on, I gave this award to someone who I specifically really counted on. I just knew anything I asked her to do for me would be done well. It would be done quickly. I knew that she wouldn't mind helping me. I kind of saw her as one of my little teacher assistants, because she was always finished with her work quickly and ready to help. She's very responsible in doing things the right way and setting a good example for people around her, and our room probably would have been a little bit more of a hot mess without this friend. So our most dependable student is Elizabeth. Most cooperative goes for the student who's always working well with others and getting others to work well together. And the student is getting this award because I could say, so-and-so, go hop in so-and-so's group, or hey, so-and-so, sit down and work with so-and-so. And he always had a good attitude. He was always just willing to do whatever I say or whatever I asked, and was really a team player, which teachers really appreciate, and those kind of stand out to us. Because they're super special. So our most cooperative student is Dominic. Oh, I forgot about this. I actually made 2 most cooperative awards. I think that's the only award that repeats, but I just had 2 perfect candidates for this one. So I do have a second most cooperative. This student was always just so happy to work with anybody, which is a really big deal because we worked hard this year on being kind to everyone and including everyone, and this student was just like a shining star example of that. I never worried about who I put him with because he would be happy to work with anyone and get along with everyone. I never had any concerns about anything with him working with others, which was really exciting to see as he made so many friends in our class. So our other most cooperative is Mr. Austin. All right, our Math Whiz Award is for being a problem solver and whiz at all math concepts. And this one was hard because I have a lot of you that really, really love math and are very, very excellent at math. So this one was a little bit hard for me to choose, but our Math Whiz is going to someone who just all of the math things came so quickly to them. Sometimes I think their brain moved faster than my brain, and as I was doing math on the whiteboard, I would like look at their face to like double check we were on the right track. This student always knew what he was doing. I was able to give him some above and beyond things for him to do throughout the year because he was ready for them, and I highly, highly expect someday he's going to have some sort of job that involves some crazy hard math because he's ready for it. So our Math Whiz is Joseph. Our Mad Scientist Award is for having the love to conduct experiments, discovering, and being curious. So this student always had about 10,000 questions on Math Wednesdays. And sometimes it was a little bit overwhelming for me because you guys know I'm a human and I only know so much. And the student was always asking really incredible, like above and beyond questions about the things we were working on. Also, I said my video was going to be 10 minutes. I'm already at 12 minutes and I'm not even halfway done. So bear with me. You can always fast forward and find yours if that's what you want to do. Anyways, this student loves experiments, was always asking me when we were going to do something that would blow up, and every time I said we're not, she would roll her eyes and give me some attitude and then do whatever we were doing really, really well. So our Mad Scientist Award is for Miss Gwen. Our Kindness Award is for having a kind heart and spreading kindness everywhere. We had a lot of really kind students in our class this year. The student specifically he was always very aware of the people around him and what they needed or what they might need help with, and he would even let me know when he thought someone was having a hard time with something so that I could help them, which is a really responsible thing to do. And this person was just always kind to anyone and everyone he interacted with. And I really love that about him. So our Kindness Award is for Enrique. Our Jimmy Johnson Award, which you might not know what that means, but think of like Jimmy John's, the sandwiches that are known for being super fast. So we have a Jimmy Johnson Award, which is for being a fast finisher and completing all assignments in a timely manner. This student was one of the first students done with anything, always, and sometimes I had to remind him to slow down, but for the huge most part, it was just because he was super focused. He always knew what he was doing. He was ready to fly through his work and get it done to move on to the next thing. And that is a really good quality in someone who's ready to work hard and quickly. So our Jimmy Johnson Award is for Mason. Next is our Growth Mindset Award, which this is one of my favorite ones. And this will actually be one of my favorite stories that I take from this year. And sorry, I'm gonna probably embarrass her too. But I haven't gotten to embarrass you guys in so long in class, so that's what this is for. At the beginning of the year, this student would write on tests or exit tickets or anything she was turning in. If she wasn't 100% sure how to do something, she would literally write in her answer, "I don't know yet." And you guys know that I'm super into growth mindset talk. Our school is super into growth mindset. And I remember the first time I saw that, I just like wanted to cry because I was like, she is already speaking the language. That is so good for her brain to be telling herself, like, I just don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to get there. And so that's just always really stood out to me. On the award, it says this is for never giving up, thinking positively, and always trying their best. The student made so much growth this year, and it really came from that positive attitude and asking for help and never giving up. And I'm sad because I haven't seen her in so long. Our Growth Mindset Award is for Miss Cheyenne. Okay, our goal getter is for a student who is always going after what they want and for achieving goals to be successful. I chose this student for the goal getter because he would even talk about goals with me, like I want to get this many more words in my reading, or I only want to get 3s and 4s on math tests, or I need to finish blah by blah time. He just like his mindset worked in setting goals for himself, which is a really, really cool characteristic to have. He was never giving up. He was always wanting to do that next step to get him like to the next level, no matter what it was involving. And it was always super exciting to see what new goals he set for himself, as well as hear how excited he was for any time I set a goal for him. So our goal getter is Parker. All right, we've got a couple more. The next award is also one of my favorites, obviously, because it is the Future Teacher Award. Many of you might know right away who this one is for. This student is actually one of many in our class that says when they grow up they want to be a teacher, which makes my teacher heart really happy. When I was your guys' age, I knew that I was going to be a teacher, and that's exactly how this student talks, which I think is so cool. The description is for having the drive and passion to someday inspire children. This was also a student that I counted on 24/7 to help students, to work with students, to read with students. She just has really good leadership qualities, and I know someday she's going to make such a good teacher, and when she graduates college and gets her first classroom, she's going to say, I did this because of my 5th grade teacher, Miss Scarbrough. I knew she's going to remember me, just like you all will. So our future teacher is Miss Jillian Tyner. And let's be real, I'm not saying all of your guys' last names on these awards because we all know I don't know how to pronounce LJ's last name still to this day, so it's fine. Okay, our next award is a fun one. It is Future President, and I had a little bit of a harder time picking out the student for this one, but like the moment I decided, I was like, oh yeah, duh, like why was that even a hard choice? So our future president is for having the qualities it takes to be a future leader of our country. The student cares about doing what is right. He cares about doing things well. And let's be real, he just talks a lot and would make an excellent president. So that is why I chose this person. I think he'll think this is funny. Our future president is Mr. William. And just like Jillian teaching, someday I would not be surprised at all. Our future author is a student who has the motivation and desire to sometimes write someday, I'm talking too fast, who will someday write and publish their own stories. This person might think at first like, what? Why am I getting the Future Author Award? Because they used to tell me they hate writing. But what I learned throughout this year was they didn't prefer writing when it was a super strict topic or when I said like, you have to write 5 sentences about this. She was just kind of like, that's not her favorite, and that's okay. But when this student got to just write and write when she wanted and write however she wanted and write about what she wanted, it was really, really exciting to see. This student started writing pages and pages and pages in her daily 5 writing prompts. She started writing stories on her own time, and just like my other future awards, I know this student could someday write their own book. Our future author award is for Poppy. 4 more, we're almost there. I cannot believe I thought this would be a 10-minute video. Sorry parents that are watching this. Okay, The next award is for funniest girl, and literally every single student in our class is funny and made me laugh this year. We had just a fun and funny class, but there was an award for funniest girl and funniest boy, so I did have to narrow it down and choose someone. So our funniest girl is for having the ability to make everyone laugh and having a good sense of humor. This student really saw humor as a good way to help people and to help cheer people up, and between her smiling and laughing and her making other people smile and laugh, people just love being around her. It kind of reminds me of Bryson with the Best Smile Award. I just always wanted to be around this student, and she always made me smile and laugh, and sometimes brought very random, weird stories to our classroom, and sometimes brought hilarious stories to our classroom. So our funniest girl is Miss Caitlin. You're never bored when you talk to Caitlin, never. But that being said, yes, we had some funny girls, but we had some funny boys. And if I had to choose one award that anyone in the class could probably guess who it's going to, it would probably be this one, especially since it's one of the last few. This student got to hear me say his name probably a couple million times this year, and we weren't even in person for the last 3 months. This student is pretty much 24/7 goofing off and messing around, but he just like lights up a room that he's in. I have to be super honest, he's hilarious. Like I would be in the middle of teaching and I would like double over laughing at something he would say, and it would be so distracting, but it would be fun and funny, and it helped our classroom a lot this year. His humor is going to take him far, and as much as sometimes it kills me to say, he is funny dude. So our funniest boy is going to, if you did not guess, LJ. And no, I have no idea how to say your last name. You were always bugging me about that. All right, our last two awards. Our next one is the biggest heart. And this student is getting it for caring about others and being sensitive to their feelings. This student just did an amazing job this year, not only regulating his own emotions and feelings, but also being aware of other people's emotions and feelings. And he was always one of the first students to ask someone what's wrong, or ask them if they needed help with something if he saw them getting frustrated. Or he would even walk up to me and ask me how I was doing if I looked more tired one morning or something. And he's just very, very caring and always wanting to make sure that all the people around him are doing well. And he's another one that you just always want to be around him. And I might start crying if I keep talking about it. So our biggest heart award is for Joshua. And last but certainly not least is our hardest worker award. And this is going to a student for always trying their best and putting forth full effort in everything they do. The student is near and dear to my heart. She worked so dang hard this year and made so much growth in every area. If I had a most persistent award, it would have gone to her, but hardest worker is along the same line. She was always using all of her resources and being super responsible to get and do whatever she needed to be successful in her learning. And she really took her learning seriously, and that's why she made so much growth this year, and she's such an excellent student. Our hardest worker is going to Ashley. So that is it. I made it through without crying. Like I said, your awards will be in your envelopes that I give you guys on Monday night. I am assuming / hoping I see most of you guys there. I know this year did not go how any of us planned or how any of us wanted, but I have to tell you guys that you were such troopers this year. You hung in there with me. You did your distance learning work well. You guys stayed in touch with people. I know parts of all of this have been really, really hard for everyone, but you guys did a good job. And I know junior high and 6th grade might not look exactly normal next year, but I have full confidence that however they work it out for you guys to do school in the fall, you're going to be super successful and you're gonna love it. So thank you for being in my class this year. I love, love, love each and every one of you, and you guys all know that because I say it all the time. I'm gonna miss you a lot. Our Google Classroom is gonna stay open over the summer if you ever want to post anything or connect with anyone. And yeah, I'm not very good at goodbyes, and it's so weird telling you goodbye through a screen, which is why I'm not saying goodbye, because I'm gonna see you on Monday night. And last but not least, if you have younger siblings and you might be around Almsville next year, or you might just have the opportunity to pop in and say hi, which I would absolutely love, I have a little bit of a secret to tell you. Some of you already know, but I am moving to teach 2nd grade next year, which I am so excited about. Some of you were joking in our last Zoom meeting that you guys ruined me, so I couldn't teach 5th grade anymore, but I like viewing it more as I went out with a bang in 5th grade with the best class ever, and now I'm gonna get the opportunity to go work with some littles, which I'm very excited about. So when you come see me next year, you'll come visit me in the D wing in the K2 building. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I will see you Monday night and talk to you soon. Bye.